يعني when you were asked, is there unity in the paragraph? Is there unity in your paragraph? You will say, okay, unity. What is unity? Unity is to have the controlling idea, the topic sentence. Unity, it means to have support sentences. Unity means the support sentences, are they major or minor support sentence? If you have these things within the paragraph, you say, okay, this paragraph, it has unity. Okay? And the same thing within coherence. We are going to talk about certain things, and these things will lead to coherence. We mentioned them before. We mentioned all of these things before, but today we are going to put them in new terms. These things are put. They are they are directed or pictured in a new term, which is coherence and unity. Okay? Now, as I said, that to write as a good writer and to write a good written text, you need a good organization. Good organization of the topic sentence, the supporting sentences, and the concluding sentence. You also should be sure that this written text contains the following three characteristics, which are unity, coherence, and cohesion. As I said, if there is a controlling idea, topic sentence, support sentences, so you will say there is unity in my paragraph. Okay? Now, these things can be shown in 4 steps. These 4 paces اللي هي unity زي ما قلنا فوق, support, coherence, and sentence skills are done, or they can be found if you follow these 4 steps. What are these 4 steps? To make one point and to be stick to that point, it means that your writing will have unity. يعني, if you write the topic sentence and you write supporting sentences for that topic sentence, so you will write what? Unity. You will get unity. If you back up the point with the specific events, if you write more evidence for this main idea, so your writing will have support. You are going to support your idea, so you will get support. Your paragraph is supported. Number 3, if you organize and connect the specific evidence, you have evidence. If you connect the evidence together, so you will have what? Coherence. If you write clear, error-free sentences, so you will demonstrate effective sentence skills. You will have in your written text effective sentence skills. Now, let us talk about each one of them in details. First of all, we are going to talk about unity. Now, the first characteristic of an effective paragraph is unity. What is the meaning of unity? Unity means that in your writing, the ideas are connected to a single topic. In a written text, all ideas should relate to the thesis statement or topic sentence. The ideas should be related to the thesis statement or the topic sentence. روحوا على الرابط الأول، لا تجون بعد على الرابط الثاني لأن قبض. روحوا على الرابط الأول. Now, to achieve unity is to have all the details in your paper related to the single point expressed in the topic sentence, the first sentence. You will say, okay, we mentioned this before. Yes, we mentioned it before in our previous lectures, but today we are going to yani, you will know that having these things, it means you have unity in your paragraph. Each time you think of something to put in, ask yourself, every time you have a single idea you want to write, ask yourself whether it relates, it has connection to your point or not. If it doesn't, leave it out. For example, if you were writing about a certain job as the worst job you ever had, and then spent a couple of sentences talking about the interesting people you met there, so your title or your topic is about the job that you don't like. How comes that you mention people you like, you interesting people for you? So how comes you mention them within such a topic? This would be something irrelevant. So you have to to delete such idea from your topic, from your written text. So you should be missing the first and most essential piece of good writing, which is having unity. If you write something, each sentence you are going to add, ask yourself, this sentence, it has something to do within the controlling idea. Is it related to my topic, to the topic in my topic sentence? It has something to do with it. If it is yes, so keep it. If no, delete it. And you should ask yourself, sometimes you write something which is not directly related to the topic sentence, it is indirectly related. Ask yourself, did I write the sentence which has the direct idea to the controlling to the topic sentence, to the controlling idea? Did I write it before this sentence؟ إذا أنت ما كتبتها وبسرعة جت للماينر سبور سنتنس، لا لازم أيضا تنتبه وتفرمت، يعني تسوي بريك لنفسك إن أنت before this idea you should mention the most important one, the major idea, and then the minor idea. اوكي. يبقى احيانا بعض الطلاب يعني يكتبون يقول ست انت مو تاجين topic sentence، هاي موجوده topic sentence. ست انت مو تاجين support sentences، هذه support sentences. اقول له اوكي there are support sentences، لكن the arrangement of the support sentences they are not in a good way. يعني انت تبدي بالماينر وبعدين يلا تحكي الميجر، او مثلا تحكي كلام ما يعني المفروض انت تنطي فد معلومه قبل هذه، يلا تحكي هذه المعلومه. انت لا، انت بسرعه تنطي هذه المعلومه اللي هي اصلا ماينر وليست ميجر. فهذه اللي راح يصير عندك يخربط عندك الفهم بالكتابه او بالقراءه. اوكي. فحتى تحصل unity you ask yourself in every single sentence you are going to write, ask yourself, is it connected to the topic I am writing about or not? Okay. Now the following paragraph contains two sentences that are off target. What is the meaning of off target? Sentences that don't support the opening point, اللي هي controlling sentence, the topic sentence. And so the paragraph is not unified. Because we mentioned something which is irrelevant, this would make our paragraph ununified one. Okay? And later on it would be not a good paragraph. In the interest of paragraph unity, such sentence must be omitted. Of course you should omit these sentences. Cross them off and write the number of those sentences in the spaces provided. طبعا انا قلت يعني جاي لكم اكو بالباراجراف اللي قادم عندنا for example، يعني اذا انت عندك sentences which are not related to two sentences that are target of, so you should omit them. For example, the paragraph, it is written there that the paragraph is lacking unity. There is no unity in this paragraph. It is written up, but we want to know what are these sentences which dissolved the paragraph. Okay, now there were several reasons for the destruction of the English religious houses. From the beginning we would say, okay, this could be the controlling sentence or it could be the topic sentence. Okay, now what is there in this sentence? The writer, he is talking about the destruction of English religious houses, and he intends to tell us the reasons, several reasons. So we said within several, it is not more than, and it could be from 3 to 7, not more than that. يعني احنا راح نقبل إذا قلت ب3 4 5 up to him. ممكن نقبل ب3 ممكن نقبل ب4 ممكن. ليش؟ هو قال several reasons. Okay. Moral, political and financial considerations faced Henry to evict the monks. طبعا هنا هو بالsecond sentence كمل ال controlling idea، كملها قال moral, political and financial considerations. إذا بهاي الحالة راح أجي أنا نقول هنا I don't have a topic sentence. I have a controlling idea but I don't have a topic sentence. Why? Because the main idea is put in 2 sentences. بالجملة الأولى حكيت على قلت أنا there are several reasons، وبالجملة الثانية I mentioned these reasons. I mentioned what are these reasons: moral, political and financial. So in this paragraph I don't have a topic sentence, I have a controlling idea. Yes, I have a controlling idea. I have a topic. The topic is what? The destruction of the English religious houses. What is the controlling idea? The controlling idea, several reasons. What are these reasons? Moral, political and financial. Okay? Clear till this point? Okay. Now when he did that, the people repelled and organized pilgrims groups to save the monasteries. Their efforts failed, and many religious houses were sold or dismantled. Beautiful churches were destroyed. Many great medieval manuscripts were lost forever. Okay. There are ideas, but the ideas are not unified. They are not ordered in the correct way. Okay? Now, in the above paragraph, sentences number 1 and 2 suggest that the writer is going to tell the readers the reasons for destroying the English monasteries. Instead of discussing the reasons why the English monasteries were destroyed, the writer jumps into the descriptions of the people's reaction, which is in sentence number 3. When he did that, the people rebelled and organized. Okay, as if you are giving the result of the destruction of these houses, which is this sentence is out of our concern. It is a relevant sentence. It is off target. It is what it is a off target sentence. So it is a relevant one. You should omit it. Why? Because now we didn't mention anything about the moral reasons or what the political reasons or the financial reasons. Okay, so it is a relevant one. And the consequences of that reactions, they are put in sentences 4, 5 and 6. These sentences don't contain ideas relevant to the topic sentence at all. Okay, so you feel that in this paragraph it is full of irrelevant sentences. Yani when I say beautiful churches were destroyed, it has nothing to do with the moral or political or financial considerations. Okay, many great medieval manuscripts were lost forever. Okay, also, so you have to change this paragraph to be maybe as the following. Now, um, there are several reasons for the destruction of the English religious houses. The official reason given by King Hurley was morality. The monks, he claimed, were acting immorally by accumulating wealth at the expense of the poor. Now, the same idea, but he didn't put a second sentence to mention these reasons. No, he said that there are several reasons for the destruction of the English religious houses. He started within the first reason. The official reason given by King Harley was morality. So the official one was the moral one, okay? Something related to morals. And he said the monks, he claimed, were acting immorally by accumulating wealth at the expense of the poor. Within the same sentence, he adds something. So this sentence, it has the major, idea, as well as the minor idea. He explained within the same sentence. However, there were political reasons as well. الجملة الثالثة, he mentioned the political reasons. Now, he is giving us what is meant by political reason. One of the things, Thomas Cromwell, the new vicar general, was opposite to pilgrims and the worship of relics, and Henry didn't wish to see his new government split into factions. So this is something related to political, as if he is giving us a minor support sentence for this major support sentence by giving us يعني هسه بعدين راح نشوفها إن هو هذا evidence. راح نشوف إن هذه evidence. إذا هذه support. This is evidence, so it is support. After all, هي راح تكون عندنا unity. But the chief reason for the action was financial. أهم سبب هو what? Financial reason. The resources of the crown were no longer sufficient to meet the cost of the government and the expenses of Henry's overseas campaigns. Okay, so he writes the same ideas in a different way. In this way, we have something which is arranged. We have the topic sentence, we have the reasons. After each one of these reasons, he mentioned extra information to convince you that, okay, the moral reason was this, the political reason was this, and the financial reason was this. Okay, so as it is mentioned later on, the above paragraph is unified because all major support sentences اللي هن what 2, 3 and 5 are relevant and related to the topic sentence. Sentences 4 and 6 are minor support sentences which give additional details to sentences 3 and 5 respectively. ليش؟ يعني قلنا بسنتنس نمبر 2 هو عرض الميجر والماينر سوا، بحيث من هو منحكى انطى more explanation within the same sentence من خلال استخدام هذه punctuation mark, the 2 dots. Okay, so if you want to check the unity, you are going to ask yourself these 2 questions. Is there a clear single point in the first sentence of the paragraph? طبعا it is not necessary to be the first sentence، لكن هي الأسهل إنها تكون the first sentence. Okay, does all the evidence support the opening point اللي أنا كاتبة بعدين كله يصب بالأولى الموجود، يصب بيها بطريقة مباشرة يعني، وإذا مو بطريقة مباشرة هل أنا أشرت للمباشر حتى أشير للغير مباشر؟ Okay, so you have to ask yourself these 2 questions. Now we come to the support. The following paragraphs were written on the topic equality of some person you know. I'm going to read two paragraphs. These two paragraphs about the same topic, suggested maybe by the teacher, which is a quality of some person you know. Both are unified. These two paragraphs, they are both unified, but one communicates more clearly and effectively than the other. Let us read them. يعني هسه حسب ما موجود عندنا ان ال two paragraphs they have unity. These two paragraphs they have unity, but one of them it is presented in a more effective way. Why? Because the writer mentioned more support sentences. More support sentences. So it is more accepted. One of them is more accepted than the other. Now let's read. The first one is about my quick-tempered father. So it is about my father. And الرابط الثاني مقبض، قولوا لهم خليه يرحون للرابط الأول. شمس فتحي وسحر. Now, my father is easily angered by normal everyday mistakes. For example, one day my father told me to wash the car and cut the grass. I didn't hear exactly what he said, and so I asked him to repeat it. So this is the first the first idea why my father is, easily getting anger. Then he became hysterical and shouted. His reaction. Can't you hear another time? Can't you hear? This was his reaction to me. Another time he asked my mother to go to the store and buy groceries with a $50 bill. And he told her not to spend no more than $20. Okay? She spent $22. As soon as he found out, when he discovered this, he immediately took the change from her and told her not to go anywhere else for him. This is the last time he sent her to the supermarket. He immediately took the change from her and told her not to go anywhere else for him. He didn't speak to her the rest of the day. Not only this, he didn't speak to her the rest of the day. Okay, this is his reaction. This is the second situation. My father even gives my older brothers a hard time with his irritable moods. One day, he told them, my older brothers, to be home from their dates by midnight. They came home, but at 12 and 15. He informed them that they were grounded for 3 weeks. To my father, making a simple mistake is like committing a crime. Okay, now let's read the second paragraph. The second paragraph is about my grandfather. It is not about my father, it is about my grandfather. رجاء قولوا لهم يروحون على الرابط الأول. Now, my grandfather is the most generous person I know. He gave up a life of his own in order to give his children everything they wanted. I want to talk about how he is generous, So, he gave up his life to his own in order to give his children everything they wanted. How did he do that? I didn't mention. Not only did he give up many years of his life to raise his children probably, but he is now sacrificing many more years to his grandchildren. Not only to his children, but also to his grandchildren. How is that? I didn't mention. His generosity is also evident in his relationship with his neighbor. Not only with his family, with the people around him. his friends, and the members of his church. Did I mention an example? No, not till now. I just saying things without any support, without any evidence to what I am talking about. He has been responsible for many good deeds and has always been there to help all the people around him in times of trouble. What times of trouble? Did I give an example? Did I mention one event? Did I mention one situation? No. Everyone knows that he will gladly lend a helping hand. He is so generous that you almost have to feel sorry for him. If one day he suddenly became selfish, it would be earth-shaking. That's my grandfather. Some of the students, when they wrote such a paragraph, and you are given not a good mark, they would say, why? I wrote about my grandfather. Yes, you wrote something which is general. You wrote something which is, just talking, as if you are just talking. You didn't give me evidence to support to what you are talking about. Yani all of these things, that means that he is helping his family and the people around him, and that's it. In order to tell me or to convince me, you have to give me evidence about this thing. How did he spend his life serving for his children and his grandchildren? Okay? In which situations he helped his neighbor? In which situations he is helping the people in the church? So it is written there within the explanation. Paragraph A is more effective because it offers specific examples that show us the father in action. We see for ourselves why the writer describes the father as a quick-tempered, whereas in paragraph B, on the other hand, gives us no specific evidence. The writer of the paragraph B tells us repeatedly that the grandfather is generous and never shows us examples of that generosity. Just how, for instance, did the father sacrifice his life for his children and grandchildren? Did he hold 2 jobs so that his son could go to college, or so that his daughter could have her own car? Does he give up time with his wife and friends to travel every day to his daughter's house to sit with her babies, go to the store and help with the dishes? Does he wear their third pair suits and coats and even eat frozen dinners and other inexpensive meals with no desserts so that he can give money to his children and toys to his grandchildren? We want to see and judge for ourselves whether the writer is making a valid point about the grandfather, but without specific details, we cannot do so. In fact, we have almost no picture of him at all. So this is what do we mean by support. This is what is meant by support. The first one, it means يعني هسه احنا لا نجي نباوع لها هذه السنتنس الباراجراف الثاني راح نقول ان هذه كلها major support sentences. احنا جاي نعرض شيء عن ان هو قضى حياته من اجل اطفاله، هو يساعد جيرانه، وهو يساعد الناس بالتشيرش. كلها major support sentences. لكن من نجي نباوع لها in details, we find these major support sentences are something not important, just talking about. We didn't give examples about how he did this, in which way. Okay, so we didn't give support. We didn't give evidence. We didn't give support to what we are talking about. So within support, you are going to ask yourself the following example. In order to find out whether your paragraph has support or not, you are going to ask yourself the following questions. Is there specific evidence to support the opening point? Is there enough specific evidence? If you answer these two things within yes, and in which sentences you are doing them, okay, so okay, you have support. If you say no, so you will get the idea that your paragraph doesn't have doesn't have support in it. Pay attention to the word evidence. The word evidence, it doesn't have a plural form, just like the word information. كلمة evidence, just like the word information, there is no plural word for them. يعني ما نقول evidences, ونقول a lot of evidence, or many evidence, but not many evidences. Okay, and we are dealing with it within singular verb, like is there, does the paragraph have evidence. Okay, now here we have being on TV. In this paragraph, it is talking about the different kinds of people, how they are reacted upon the TV when the TV recording them. يعني يقول له المهدي ما أقدر أقبله على الرابط الثاني لأن هو مقبض، يروح للرابط الأول. Now, people act a little strangely when a television camera comes their way. Some people behave as if a crazy puppeteer pulling their strings. Their arms jerk wildly about and they begin jumping up and down for no apparent reason. Often they accompany their body movements with loud screams, squeals, and yelps. This is the first part. Another group of people engage in an activity known as the cover-up. The second group of people, they cover up their faces or their bodies. They will be calmly watching a sport game or other televised event. When they realize the camera is focused on them, the camera operator cannot resist zooming in for a close-up of these people. Then there are those who practice their funny faces on the upsetting unsuspecting public. They take advantage of the television time to show off their talent, hoping to get that big break that will carry them to stardom. Finally, there are those who pretend they are above reacting for the camera. They wipe an expression from their faces and appear to be interested in something else. Yet if camera stays on them long enough, they will slowly check to see if they are still being watched. Everybody's behavior seems to be slightly strange in front of a camera, a TV camera. Now the question you have under it, the first spot were supporting details. مهدي، كم مرة طلبت إذن على هذا الرابط وأنا قلت لك وأنا رفضتك. يعني المفروض أنتوا تتعلمون إذا أنتوا ردتوا رابط، دخلتوا على رابط وأنا أعطيتكم لأكثر من مرة، طبعا قبل لا تبدي المحاضرة، مو أول ما تبدي المحاضرة بعدني أنا شبت ألف وأنتوا تردون تدخلون، وأعطيتكم رفض معناها هذا الرابط مقبض ما أقدر أقبلك. يعني هسه أنا قبلتك، أكو 2 3 يا أما انقطعت عندهم الكهرباء يا أما راحوا ما أدري وين، راح يحاولون يروحون ولا الرابط الثاني، فأنا راح أعتبرهم راح أعتبرهم متأخرين وما راح أقبلهم. فهموها من أنتم من إياس يا مهدي.
فن أستاذة، صباح الخير.
صباح الخير.
أستاذ الله، شاهد الكهرباء كانت مطفية عنده توها إجت، والحساب الرسمي هم قدمت بيه هم ما يصير، فقدم بهذا يلا.
يقدم على الرابط الأول.
هو أنا بس رفضتني بهذا، قلت أنا يعني مقبط الأستاذ نفس، خلينا نروح على ذاك.
أنت ما رحت على هذا، أنت ملح على هذا الرابط، ملح على الرابط الثاني، لأن أنت تطلع عندي يا مهدي. يعني ما رحت على الرابط الأول وأنا رفضتك. انت تلح على
تدرس.
هذا الرابط، يعني تروح وترجع عليه، وانا اذا رفضتك اكثر من مره يجوز حتى من هذا بعد ما اقبلك عليه، يعني انت رفض اكثر من مره فبعد كانما يقف لك، يعني هو الحساب يقف لك. فانتوا ليش يعني هسه انت خذيت مكان واحد، يجوز انقطعت عندك الكهرباء، او يجوز راح يكمل نومته وقال يجي اخر نص ساعه يدخل مره ثانيه، فانت اخذت مكانه. انا ما اعرف شنو ظروفكم، يعني انتوا بسهوله تقولي ست انقطعت عندي الكهرباء وطلعت ورجعت مره ثانيه، يعني ببساطه التعليم الالكتروني كل شيء يسمح لكم بكل شيء، انتوا اعلى الشبهات، يعني فوق كل الشبهات، وانا ما ضايع عندي الصدق من الكذب، يعني صراحه انا اقول لكم اياها. بس هسه شنو اللي انت دخلت بمكانه ما راح يقدر يدخل هذا المكان، لان صار عنده مكان انوخذ، فراح وين يروح؟ راح يروح الرابط الثاني، فانا راح اعتبره متاخر فما راح اقبله. بس حتى تفهمون انا ليش ارفضكم، بدي لكم الرابط مقبط ليش ارفضكم، لان انتم ما جاي تاخذون مكان شخص ثاني اللي هو اصلا كان موجود، بسبب طفية الكهرباء طلع، او بسبب خلل عنده طلع، او بسبب يريد يكمل نومته طلع، بعد ما اعرف انا، يعني هو interested or not interested يعني ضايعة السالفة. اوكي. Now, did you try to answer this question? The first spot where supporting details are needed occur after sentence number, and the second spot occurs after sentence number which? Could you answer this question? Do you think of answering this question? طبعا انا منطيتكم الباراجراف من يمتى انطيتكم اياه؟ انطيتكم اياه من يوم السبت اعتقد، عرفات او يوم الاحد، فالمفروض انتم تقرون، فاذا اكو بها فد شي ممكن تحلون المفروض من يعني تحاولون انكم تحلون. Did any one of you try to do this? Yes, علي عبد الرسول.
Yes, doctor. I think it's paragraph has many supporting evidence.
Evidence, like what?
Like there's a pupil when the camera.
What is the question, ya Ali? The first spot where supporting details are needed occurs after sentence number. So you have to tell me which sentence number. The second spot occurs after sentence number. And the second spot occurs after sentence number what? This is the question, ya Ali. Yes, Mona Hashim.
Yes, doctor. The first spot where supporting details are needed occurs after sentence number 4. The second spot occurs after sentence number 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Can you explain?
Yes, sentence number 4. Often they accompany their body movement with loud screams, squeals, and yelps. This is give more evidence for the sentence number 2, which is a major support sentence, and this is a minor support sentence. This is supported. Give a more example of how they act strangely in front of camera.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So and the second spot occurs after sentence number 6. They will be calmly watching a sport game or other television event when they realize the camera is focused on them. So this is evidence of how they act as cover up. They act as not one in front of him. So this is the idea.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. After within number 4 and within number 6, he is giving spot of evidence. Now, this is what do we have within support. So till now we finished within unity and support, and we will come to coherence. طبعا actually they are all interacted together، يعني unity within the support within coherence, coherence within the sentence skills. They are interacted together. يعني ما ممكن تنطي انت ممكن تقول اليونيتي موجودة والكوهيرنس ما موجودة مثل ما هسه احنا راح نحكي، لكن انك تكون عندك يونيتي without support يعني مو يعني في قليل من الاوقات ممكن انت عندك باراجراف يونايتد باراجراف لكن ما بيكو ايفيدنس، قليله كلش قليله. اليونيتي leads to support والsupport it is part of unity. اوكي فماكو clear cut point between unity, support, coherence and sentence skills. كلهم they are working together، كلهم يشتغلون مع بعض حتى يطلعوا لنا الباراجراف اللي يكون شنو هو a good paragraph, a united effective paragraph. Okay, now we come to coherence. Another element of a good paragraph is coherence. Now the word coherence, it comes from the verb cohere, which means hold together. Cohere, it is a Latin word, and we know that English, most of the English words they were coming from the Latin language. So cohere, it comes from the Latin verb cohere, which means hold together. For coherence in writing, the sentences must hold together. That's the movement from one sentence to the next must be logical and smooth. Now, within coherence, we are going to talk about logical, as we were talking about logical consequences. مو اللي مثلا عندنا ال chronological order, التايم chronological order, spatial order, emphatic order. هذه types of order كلها تصب وين بالcoherence. مو فقط هذه، راح نشوف عندنا 4 شغلات احنا اذا لقيناهم داخل الباراجراف معناتها ان الباراجراف عندنا بcoherence. مو بس logical order. Logical order one of them. Okay, there must be no sudden jump from one point to another. Each sentence should flow smoothly into the next one. The key techniques for trying material together are choosing a clear method of organization, such as time order, emphatic order, and using transitions and other connecting words as sign spots. Now, using of the logical order, using of transitions، وبعد عندنا connecting words as sign spots، كل هذه راح تشتغل بتشتغل بالcoherence. The following 2 paragraphs were written on the topic the best or worst job you ever had. عندنا 2 examples. Both of them are unified and both are supported. بالtwo examples they are both unified and supported as I said, but one of them is presented more clearly and effectively than the other one. Okay, let us read and let us check it. The worst job. Okay, can any one of you read for me the first paragraph? يعني صراحة أنا صار لي ساعتين أحكي وياه وأنتوا هسه وياكم. ف any one of you can read the paragraph. Yes, محمد لفتة.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
My wardrobe was a pantry helper in one of San Diego well-known restaurants. I had an assistant from 3 to 6 in the afternoon who did a little but stand around and eat the whole time she was there. She would listen for the sound of the back door opening, which was a sure sign the boss was coming in. The boss would testily
Say to me.
Sorry, but of the back door, okay, would testily say to say me, you have got a lot of things to do here. At least try to get a move on. I would come on 2 o'clock to relieve the women on the morning shift. If her day was busy, that meant I would have to prepare salads, slice meat and cheese, so on. Orders for sandwiches and cold platters would come on in and have to be prepared. The worst things about the job was that heat storm storeroom
Yeah.
to get some supplies. And one of the waitresses would tell me she wanted a bacon. Lettuce and tomatoes sandwich on white toast. I would put the toast in on the head for the supply room, and waiters would holler out that her customer was in a hurry. Green flies would come in through the door screen in the kitchen window and thanks me. I was getting paid only $5, $5.5 and an hour. At 5 o'clock, when the dinner rush began, I would be dead tired, roaches scurried in all directions. Whenever I moved a box or a bucket up ahead of the tooth to cut.
Yes, thank you, Muhammad.
Thank you.
Now for the second paragraph, this is the first one. This is the first paragraph. Now we are going to talk about. I want one of you to read the second paragraph. Yes. Yes, طيف سليم عبد السادة. Yes, يا طيف.
Yes, Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
The worst job I ever had was as a waiter at the West Side Inn. First of all, many of people I waited on were rude. When a baked potato was hard inside,
Baked.
okay, baked
Baked potato was
potato
hard.
was hard inside, or salad was flat, or their steak wasn't just the way they wanted it.
Wanted it.
Yes, دكتور بس شوي متوترة. The blamed me rather than
They blamed
the
me.
kitchen.
Blame. They blamed
Blamed
me.
me. Okay. They blamed me
Rather than.
rather than the kitchen, or they would ask me to light their cigarette,
Yeah.
or just filth
Flies.
from their
Flies.
tables.
Flies. Flies. Flies from their tables.
Flies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, take.
Or even take their children to the bathroom. Also, I had to control not only with the customers but with the kitchen staff as well. The cooks and bus boys uh, were often independent, double, and surely, if I didn't treat them just right, I would wind up having to apologize to customers because their meals came late or their waiter classes wouldn't filled.
Water classes. Or their water classes weren't filled.
Water classes.
Weren't
Okay.
filled, yes.
Okay. Another reason I didn't like the job was that I was always moving because of a constant line at the door. A small lunch break and another 10 minutes break and almost 9 hours of work. I think I could have put up with the job if I had been able to base and rest more
To pause and
often.
rest. To take time. To pause, to stop. Pause and rest more often.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
The last and most important reason I hated the job was my boss.
Uh-huh.
She played favorite giving some of the waiters and
Yeah.
waitresses the
The
best
best.
tipping,
Uh-huh.
rebate, customers, and perfumes
Preference on holidays.
preference.
Uh-huh.
Okay, of the waiters and waitress. The base tipping, repeat, customers and preference on the open waiters. Uh, okay. Holidays.
Yeah, she would hover
Okay.
around.
She would hover around during my break to make sure I didn't take a second more than the allotted time.
Yeah,
And even when I helped out by working through a break, she never had appreciative word.
appreciative word.
Appreciate, yeah, yeah, I know that word.
Okay,
But would just tell me not to be late for work the next day.
for work the next day. Thank you
Thank you.
very much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Taif. Yes. So in these two examples, يعني, you would see that the paragraph number B is more effective. Why? Because the material is more organized and clearly and logically. The using of the emphatic order. What is the meaning of emphatic order? Do you know what's the meaning of the emphatic order? Do you know what's the meaning of emphatic order? Yes, منتظر علي رحيم. أو لو كان مرفوع إيدك من الساعة. What's the meaning of emphatic order? طبعا احنا هسه صار عندنا اللي درسناهم، يعني قصدي اللي تناولناهم يعني اكثر من مره، هي logical orders. هي عندنا chronological order وعندنا spatial order، هسه عندنا emphatic order. What is emphatic order? Do you know? يسعى عبد الرسول.
معناها تأكيد.
No, not تأكيد.
مؤكد يعني مؤكد.
معنى الكلمة مؤكد، لكن what's the meaning of emphatic order؟ ما احنا قلنا بدام emphatic order معناها ال ideas are ordering in a certain way. ال chronological order قلنا معناها according to time. ال spatial order قلنا معناها according to space، يعني يا اما from up to down، يا اما from right left to right، يا اما from outside to inside، يا اما from or the opposite. Emphatic order. What's emphatic order? So yes, Muhammad Faiz.
Yeah, I think it's mean like the sequences when you say first, the second, the third reason like this,
هذه
like sequences.
هذه يعني logical order sequences, but sequences راح تكون according to what؟ ويا حتى بالtime order هم
Like
عندنا first to second to third، بس according to the time which happened first which happened next، مو صحيح؟ حتى بالtime
yeah,
order ال chronological order هم عندنا first to second to third to fourth، بس يكون شنو على اساس شنو؟ على اساس what happened first and then what is happening next, right؟ يعني ال old
yeah.
will new events. What's the meaning of emphatic order? Yes, Muna Hashim.
Yes, doctor. When we arrange our evidence in a paragraph from least important to the most important.
From the least important to the most
To the
important, or the
most
vice
important.
versa? The vice versa يا منى. From the emphatic it means that you are قالكم تأكيد. So insisting on the most important event to the not most important event. When you concentrate upon the most important ones, the most يعني انت تعتبره اكثر اهميه من اللي يكون اقل اهميه بالنسبه لك، اللي هي مثلا بالبدايه كيفيه التعامل. يعني هسه عندنا بدا هو شنو كان بالباراجراف نمبر 2؟ emphatic order. There's emphatic order. What's the meaning of emphatic order? The writer gives us a list of 4 reasons why the job was so bad. اللي هن شنو هن؟ rude customers. تعتبر rude customers عند يعني أكثر أهمية من unreliable kitchen staff. بعدين حكي على constant motion، وبعدين most of all unfair boss. اوكي، فهو رتبها من شنو؟ according to the emphatic order. بدا باللي هي rude customer، يعني تعتبر يعني فد شيء emphatic، لكن مو مثل البوس، مو مثل التريتمنت مالت البوس مالته. قال اكثر شيء يأذيني هو شنو؟ المعامل مالت الرئيس مالتي بالعمل، اللي هو ما ينطيني وقت زايد، ما ينطيني كلمات يعني appreciated words، حتى التبز ما ينطينا اياهن كلهن مثل ما نقول احنا يعني unfair. ممكن ينطينا نفس التب اللي موجودة إذا إحنا كده نشتغل نفس الشغل نفس التعب. أوكي، فبدأ بيما بالإنفاتيك أوردر. إنفاتيك أوردر معناها تبدي بالمهم حسب أنت، يا أما تبدي بالموست important to the less important، أو تبدي بالless important to the most important according to you. فهنا بهذا المثال بدأ بمن؟ بدأ بالأقل مثل ما هو يعتبره، يعني الشيء ممكن يتحمله اللي هي الكاستمرز، روبوت كاستمرز، الانريلايبل كيتشن ستاف، وأخير شيء انطانا شنو؟ انطانا معاملة الرئيس، معاملة الرئيس وياه، اللي هو كتب عنها شنو قال the most of all، the most of all. فيا منى الانفاتيك اوردر مو معناها تبدي بالأقل للأكثر أهمية، لا، ممكن تبدي بالأقل إلى الأكثر أهمية، وممكن تبدي بالأكثر أهمية الأقل. أوكي، فهي معناها الانفاتيك اوردر، اللي هي مثل ما قال علي عبد الرسول، قال التأكيد على شنو؟ التأكيد على أهمية الشيء. أوكي، فممكن واحد كاتب يبدي من most important to the less important، وممكن واحد يبدي لا باللي هن ممكن يتحملهم بعدين ينطيك أكثر شيء ممكن هو ما يتحمله. أوكي. Further the writer includes the transition words. يعني هسه احنا عندنا ترتيب اللوجيكال اوردر، هذا ساعد بالcoherence، وبعد using of the transition words also helped in make it more effective، اللي هي مثلا عندنا first of all, also, the reason, and the last, and the most important reason. في using of the transition words بالباراجراف الثاني كانت أفضل من using of the transition words بالباراجراف الأول. إذا أجينا بقى الباراجراف الأول راح نشوف إن هو he is just telling the things، يعني I had an assistant, then the boss would tastily say to me, try to move on. You know, he is just telling us the things without ordering them, without يعني بدون ما يقول لنا يا ترى انا مثلا خلصت من هاي الشغله راح اعطيكم شغله ثانيه، راح اعطيكم سبب ثاني، ومثلا هذا السبب اهم شيء، او ليش هذا مو موجود هنا. اوكي. even within the time، حتى بالتايم time order is used بالهاي، لكن بالأولى كان it moves inconsistently from 2 to 7 to 5 o'clock. يعني حتى بالتايم من يجي يعطينا اياها، هسه مثلا واحد يحكي على السيكونس اوف، هو صح هو مو chronological order هنا عندنا احنا، لكن هم التايم بي it has its own importance، لان هو عنده وقت يقول لك مثلا انا ابدي من كذا، من الساعه كذا الصبح الى كذا بالليل، فحتى من يجي يعرض الاشياء لازم يعرضها بالتسلسل in sequence. فبالباراجراف الاول ما كان عنده هذا الارينجمنت بالتايم telling. He was jumping from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock and then going back to 5 o'clock. حتى هذه لازم تنتبهوا. Now, in a coherent paragraph, each sentence relates clearly to the topic sentence or the controlling idea. شوفوا احنا صح حكينا بالtopic sentence والcontrolling idea بالunity، لكن حتى بالcoherence بالrest of the sentences each sentence لازم تكون related to the topic sentence and the controlling idea. But there is more to coherence than this. If the paragraph is coherent, each sentence flows smoothly into the next one without obvious shifts or jumps. لازم يكون أنت عندك التنقل ما بين الجمل يكون بسلاسة. A coherent paragraph also highlights the ties between old and new information to make the structure of ideas or arguments clear to the reader. And you have to say now, later on, after that, after finishing of the first point, let's tackle the second point. You know, حتى هذه let's tackle the second point معناتها أنت خلصت من الفيرست point راح تاخذ السكند point اللي هي تريد تحكي عنها. If you have written a long paragraph, one that fills a double space type page, for example, you should check it carefully to see if it contains more than one controlling idea. أحيانا ياخذكم الواهز تكتبون a long paragraph وهناك بعدين ممكن ما تقرون، يعني ما تقرون مرة ثانية، ومن يجي one who want to appreciate your paragraph يعني evaluate your paragraph, he found that there are 2 or 3 controlling ideas. يكتشف إن أكو نفس الباراجراف الواحد بأكثر من controlling idea. So when you have a new controlling idea, stop writing your paragraph and start a new paragraph. Okay, so it's written there that, for example, you should check it carefully to see if it contains more than one controlling idea. If it does, you should start a new paragraph where the original paragraph wanders from its controlling idea. On the other hand, if a paragraph is very short, only 1 or 2 sentences perhaps, you may need to develop these 2 sentences. You may need to develop this controlling idea more thoroughly or campaign it with another paragraph. أو ممكن نقول يعني واحد عباله هو مثلا خلص هنا يبدي باراجراف جديد، يقول لك لا، نفس الفكرة موجودة بالباراجراف اللي بعده هي موجودة بالباراجراف اللي فوق، ادمجهم اثنيناتهم، ادمج هذول الباراجرافين اثنين خيكونوا باراجراف واحد. A number of other techniques you can use to establish coherence. هسه راح نحكي بعد techniques غير اللي احنا حكيناهم فوق، اللي هي transition words، logical order اللي انت تستخدمه. بعد اكو شغلات ثانية ممكن تفيدك ان انت تخلي الباراجراف مالتك more coherent. مثلا repeat keywords or phrases. انتبهوا، repeat keywords not any word. طبعا repetition of the words احيانا حتى يعني ما تساعدك، ممكن تكون نقطة ضعف عندك، لكن اذا عندك الكيورد حتى مثلا يعني مثلا احنا حكينا على my father who has a quick temper، يعني he gets angry quickly، وتصور ان احنا حكينا على my mother. my father and my mother ممكن يكونوا اثنيناتهم he and she، لكن اذا مثلا احكي عن my brother، I am talking about my father and then I give an example about my brother, a reaction or an event happened between my father and my brother، ورا ما أخلص أكتب he. Now this he, is it repeated to my father or my brother? It would make ambiguity in understanding. هسه أنا جاي أحكي عن أبوي، جاي أحكي عن أخوي، الاثنيناتهم أستخدم لهم he. فهنا ممكن أنت ترجع تكتب المين word أو important word اللي هي my father، أرجع أعيد أكتب my father حتى لا تكون misunderstanding for the readers. لكن مو دائما ما أستخدم يعني دائما أستخدم my father، لا، من أحسن إن هنا ممكن تكون ambiguity for the readers, the understanding of the readers. Am I still talking about my father or I am talking about my brother? I should mention the word, the full word اللي هي أكتب أبوي my father. Okay. Also إذا if you are يعني talking about the word, the main idea at the beginning, and then at the end you have to insist on that you are still talking about this thing. فممكن تكتب الكلمة الكيورد بالأخير بالconcluding sentence، ممكن ترجع تكتبها حتى تأكد للكاتب للقارئ أنت still talking about this thing. فيقول لك repeat keywords or phrases، ممكن أنت تعيد الكلمات المفتاحية وتعيد عبارات. أوكي، عيد عبارات إذا تحس إن أنت بإعادتها راح تكون out of the dilemma of ambiguity، تكون خارج إن يكون عندك شنو يعني ambiguity بالعربي، إن يكون عندك اشتباه بالمعنى يعني. أوكي، يخلي عنده misunderstanding للreaders. particularly in paragraphs in which you define or identify an important idea or theory, be constant in how you refer to it. This constancy and repetition will bind the paragraph together and help the reader understand your definition or description. قلنا حتى لا يكون عندنا ambiguity in the paragraph. الشغلة الثانية اللي أنت you can use to make your paragraph coherence is the create parallel structure. What's the meaning of parallel structure? Parallel structures are created by constructing two or more phrases or sentences that have the same grammatical structure and use the same parts of the speech. يعني for example if مثلا هنا احنا هسه من جاي نحكي بالمعمل اللي انا جاي اشتغله باعه. The worst job I ever had ماضي was as a waiter at the West Side and simple past tense. First of all, many of the people I waited. Simple past tense. When a baked potato was hard inside. Simple past tense. They blamed me. simple past tense. We use the same tense. ما نكتب بالبداية مثلا تستخدم البداية الباست بعدين تنتقل للبريزنت بعدين تروح للفيوتشر بعدين تروح للبريزنت بيرفكت بعدين تنتقل للباست بيرفكت. لا, you should have parallel structure. يعني الجمل اللي انت تستخدمها you should use a certain يعني a definite sentence structure, sentence times structure, grammatical structure, بحيث ان يكون عندك ان يكون معظم الجمل تكون من same time structure. مثلا اذا انت تريد توصف شخص ما فممكن تستخدم البريزنت, لكن اذا انت تريد تحكي على الايفنت حدث بالماضي تستخدم الماضي, بعد ما لك حق تستخدم البريزنت, او تستخدم البريزنت في كلمات في حالات معينه جدا. يعني ممكن كل جمله او جملتين بس مو تنتقل ما بين التنسز up to you. ساعه تكتب بالباست, ساعه تكتب بالبريزنت, ساعه تكتب بالبريزنت بيرفكت. لا, ف this is what is meant by create parallel structure. You make your sentences clearer and easier to read. In addition, repeating a pattern of serious consecutive sentences helps your reader see the connections between the ideas. يعني حاول دائما تكون ال structure of your sentences as we said ممكن تكون simple sentences. وإذا تستخدم complex sentence لازم تنتبه إن الفريز الأولى مثلا شنو عندي أنا بالdependent independent clauses. مثلا خاصة لما نستخدم الوين, بنستخدم أداة الربط وين اللي هي تربط ما بين حدث ماضي وحدث بعدها لاحق. يعني لازم اللي أول صار يكون for example إذا أنا جأت بالماضي الأول يكون بالpast perfect والثاني يكون بالشنو بالpast simple. فهذا اللي احنا نحكي عنه بالgrammatical structure أو الparallel structure. التنسز اللي أنت تستخدمها الphrases أو الcloses اللي أنت تستخدمها داخل الجمل لازم أيضا تكون you pay attention to them. The third thing is that you should be constant in point of view, verb tense and number. لازم as a writer you should pay attention to the concord relationship between the subject and the verb. واحنا شرحنا هواي, أخذنا محاضرة كاملة ومحاضرتين على الconcord relationship. مثلا بعض الطلاب يقول there are many ويكتب ورا many reasons وليس reasons. غلط تكتب many reasons, لازم تقول many reasons. أحيانا بعضهم شي يقولون there is different situations. There are different situations, not there is different situation. This يقول this reasons, no, these reasons, not this reasons, these reasons. Okay, be constant in point of view بالverb tense والnumber. يعني من تجي تستخدم تقول he was waiting, not he were waiting, أو I was talking, not I were talking. Okay, she cleans, not she clean. She has done, not she have done. She doesn't do, not she doesn't only. She doesn't do her job, not she doesn't her job. This is what is meant. طبعا هذه اللي grammatical mistakes وال spelling mistakes هي اللي distorted the coherence of your paragraph, هي اللي تخرب coherence of your paragraph. Number 4 عندنا using the transition words. يعني هسه صارت ان transition words هي جزء من coherence, مو كل coherence. اللي عندنا بعد coherence قلنا مثل ما حكينا فوق اللي هي استخدام parallel structure, استخدام subject verb relationship, و you may repeat the keywords ممكن أيضا تساعد coherence of your paragraph. فرقم 4 عندنا أو نقطة رقم 4 هي using the transition words or phrases between sentences and between paragraphs. إذا أنت جاي تكتب composition أيضا لازم transition words تكون between the paragraphs. مثلا أقول uh, the, the, the second point I'm going to tackle within this composition or something like that. يعني احنا ما حكينا على composition لكن ممكن يكون يعني حتى من تنتقل من باراجراف لباراجراف لازم يكون عندك you should use transition words. In order to check the coherence you are going to ask yourself the following questions. Does the paragraph have a clear method of organization? Are transitions and other connecting words used to connect the material together? Are they used to connect the material together؟ لو بس جبناهم هيك وخليناهم بس حتى نقول كيفيان شر الست رادت عندنا من عندنا transition words فنخلي transition words إلها حتى نخلص. لا، هل هاي الترانزيشن words اللي انت خليتها أدت الغرض مالتها؟ اللي هي شنو الغرض مالتها؟ to connect the ideas together، حتى تربط ما بين to connect the sentences together. طبعا sentence skills and other pieces of effective writing are summarized in the following chart. As you see in this chart or in this diagram, you will, yes, Unity it has number 1, support it has number 2, coherence it has number 3, sentence skills it has number 4. But as you see, there is no direction for one leads to another. They are all running in one circle. يعني Unity it has something to do with support and it has at the same time something to do with the sentences skills. And طبعا indirectly it has something to do with incoherence. Support it has something to do with incoherence and it has something to do with Unity. There is no arrow to show which direction leads to which. They are all يعني within the same circle. They are all lead to each other. ما عندنا فد سهم يدل يقول لك من اليونيتي تروح للسبورت، من السبورت تروح للكوهرنس، من الكوهرنس تروح لا، هي كلها واحدة تصب الثانية. It's clear that they are all working together. ماكو واحدة superior than the other. ماكو واحدة superior than the other. They are all working together to make what to give you a good paragraph. بس بكل وحدة اكو نقاط معينة اللي هنا هنا مكتوبة جوا كل وحدة من عندهم. يعني باليونيتي عندنا clear single point و evidence to support the point. شوفوا ال evidence هي وين بالسبورت. فوحدة هي تعود للثانية. Specific evidence, plenty of it. Okay, clear method of organization, transitions and other connecting words. اللي هنا كلهن إذا سويت هذول الثلاثة إلى صار عندكم unity، عندكم support، عندكم coherence، إذا أنتوا عندكم sentence skills. بالتالي عندكم sentence skills. وأيضا هذا عندنا هنا الباراجراف يعني قصدي الدايجرام second diagram أيضا بنوع من الميكس of the ideas يعني بالcoherence والunity. اليونيتي اللي موجودة بالأخضر هنا عندنا اللي هي شنو مثلا ممكن تكون التوبيك sentence supporting sentences. الانتقال ما بين التوبيك sentence والsupporting sentences هي linking sentences هي هذا اللي هو شنو هو الcoherence. فاثنيناتهم وحدة تصب الثانية، ماكو وحدة تشتغل ببحدها. يعني انك تكون عندك unity بالتالي راح يكون عندك coherence. انك يكون عندك coherence عندك coherence اكيدا لازم قبل انت منطي controlling sentence وهاي وانت عندك unity. Now ممكن هذا مثال اللي يجي لكم بالامتحان. انطيكم باراجراف طبعا لان احنا هسه عندنا هواي شغلات احنا حكيناهم من بداية السنة لحد هسه او حتى بالكورس الثاني. يجيكم باراجراف وتحت الباراجراف اكو هواي متطلبات the same paragraph. مثلا هنا بهذا الباراجراف عندنا the first thing I want you to find out is the topic sentence or the controlling idea. what is the topic sentence or the controlling idea in this paragraph. Yes, فاطمة عبد ال وين رحتي يا فاطمة؟ فاطمة عبد الرضا. Yes, فاطمة.
Yes, Doctor. Yes. The topic sentence, my hometown is famous for several amazing natural features. This is the topic sentence.
Okay, this is the topic sentence that my hometown is famous for several amazing natural features. What is the topic and what is the controlling idea? What's the topic and what's the controlling idea here in this sentence, ya Fatima?
It is natural features.
What is the topic?
Sentence first.
What is the topic? Not the topic sentence. What is the topic now?
Town.
Town? Only town? Yes, Huda Abdul Karim Qasim.
Yes, doctor. The topic is hometown, and the controlling idea. It is famous for several amazing natural features.
Yeah. So you as a writer, as a reader, you expect that you are going to read about the hometown, not about anything else. And you expect to read about the several amazing natural features, not any other features. So because it is hometown and we are going to talk about the natural features in this hometown. Okay, so this is the topic sentence, and this is the topic and the controlling idea in the topic sentence. طبعا انتوا لحد هسه بعدكم من اجلكم what is the topic تروحوا ترجعون تعيدوا لي التوبيك سنتنس. احنا قلنا بالتوبيك سنتنس عندنا التوبيك يكون وعندنا controlling idea، فالمفروض تفرقون ما بين اللي انا جاي اسالكم اياه. Now the second thing is the second question is, are there relevant sentences in this paragraph? Yes, يا مصعب أحمد.
Yes, we have a relevant sentence.
Yeah.
Yes, in sentence number 8, if
Yeah.
you visit Waiting Hill, you should try the nice restaurant at Waiting Hill Hotel.
Yeah.
I think this is relevant because since the paragraph is about natural features, and here the writer has mentioned a new idea, which is about restaurant. It is a building, you know.
Yeah, now he's saying if you visit Waiton Hill, you should try the nice restaurant there. So now I'm talking about the restaurant, which is not a natural feature, it's a building. So this sentence is a relevant one. Okay. Later on, we are having what is the third? The paragraph also shows coherence. Now, within coherence, we have sub-questions. Within coherence, in order to check whether there is coherence or not, we should check these things. Parallel constructions. Yes, yeah, Carbon. Yes, yeah, Carbon.
Yes, so this is a paragraph. So use present tense. Use stick in this tense. Don't shift another the tense because that talk about facts, not to talk about. I mean,
what is your job here in this paragraph? What do you want to do as the writer? What does he want to do in this paragraph?
So he give ideas. Firstly, there's a
what is the type of this paragraph, Ya Kadhim? What is the type of this paragraph?
Is described.
Yeah, descriptive paragraph. It is a descriptive paragraph. And when you describe something,
So you describe the fact. So you use the present tense, not to
Yeah.
use the present or past, not
Yeah.
to shift another sentences.
Yeah, so
I need that.
we see that there is parallel structure here, that because this paragraph is a descriptive one and we are describing something, it is still now, it is still found nowadays, and you are not describing something from the past. This hometown, it is still now موجودة. So we
Yes.
are using what the present symbol. Okay.
Yes. Not change the
Yeah.
future or past.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we, as you see within the all sentences, the writer was stick to the present simple tense, and he didn't jump to the future or to the past. He is stick to the present simple. So we have parallel structure here, that most of the sentences are within what the present simple. And you have to convince your readers within your description. So you are going to give us real description, not something يعني مثلا واحد إذا يوصف شخص، مثلا تيجي توصف صديقك تقول my، أو صديقتك تقول my friend is very beautiful، لأن هي صديقتك تقولين very beautiful. لكن اللي يجي الشخص الثاني يقول she is not very beautiful، أنت جاي تبوعي لها بعيونك هي جميلة. حتى تبينين إن هي جميلة لازم you have to give يعني you have to give evidence, you have to give things how she is beautiful. مثلا تقول she has big eyes, she has, for example, white skin, or she is tall, you know, she is slim, you know, or something like that. حتى تقنعينها ان هي حلوه بعينك، يعني مثل ما تجي تشوفينها حلوه تقنعين الاخرين ان صديقتك شنو هي حلوه. او مثلا تقولين عن صديقتك ان هي متعاونة مثلا، لازم give examples about how she is cooperative, okay, or helpful one. Now pronouns, do we use pronouns to in this paragraph to say that there is coherence? others شوفوا يعني هسه انتوا احيانا تقولوا ستنطينا خلينا نشارك، ومن تجيب المشاركة هسه فقط منى وكاظم ومحمد لفتة وفاطمة، مع ان البروناونز هذا الشيء كلش سهل، يعني انت من تريد تنطي التوبك سنتنس، من تريد تطلع البروناونز، خاصة ان هذا يعني هسه انا هذا الشيء شرحته، يعني حتى ممكن تسألون جماعة العام اللي مهتم، ممكن يسأل جماعة العام شنو صار بهاي الموضوع، انطوني محاضراتكم، اكيد هم كاتبين بالمحاضرات. فهسه اشوف ان ماكو، يعني قليلين، 4، منى هاشم وكاظم عادل محمد لفتة وفاطمة عبد الرضا، يعني الباقيين ما جيت تعرفون تنطوني بروناونز على هذه الباراجراف، ماكو بروناونز موجودة. كرم، وينك يا كرم؟ يسعد فيصل.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We use the pronoun it in this paragraph.
Yeah. Instead of using my hometown, I used it here, for example. And it's clear that and it's clear that it is referring to the hometown, right? Whenever I don't want to refer to the noun, I can use the pronouns. Okay, it here, it's there. You know, even though it is steep. You know, so the using of the pronoun it. Thank you, Yamha. Later on, we have what? We have a synonym. Synonym for the natural features. What is the synonym for the natural features? What is the synonym for the natural features? Yes, يا منى هاشم.
Yes, doctor. Synonym of natural feature is landmarks.
The landmarks, yeah. Instead of
Yes.
saying natural features, the last sentence we have what? The landmarks, okay? And paraphrasing or phrase sentences. The paraphrasing or the phrase sentence. Did we use the paraphrasing or the phrase sentence? الرابط الأول نايمين بكل معنى الكلمة، يعني نايمين ولا واحد من عندهم يحاول أصلا إنه يشارك؟ ها محمد تقي، وينك يا محمد تقي؟ يس سمر، وين سمر؟ ترى بسيطة والله. where do we use paraphrasing؟ من حكينا where do we use paraphrasing؟ من حكينا بالمحاضرات الفايتة وين نستخدم البارافريزنج؟ يس شهد نزار غالي.
Yes, good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
We use the paraphrasing in the last paragraph. Sorry, in the last
sentence, within the concluding sentence, right?
Yes.
Concluding sentence, within the concluding sentence, within the conclusion,
yes,
right? So we
yes.
Yeah. So concluding sentence. So we say
well, yes, the same idea with another words.
Now, did we use it here in this paragraph?
Yes.
Yes, these three landmarks.
We use
these
it,
three landmarks.
yes,
these
it was
three,
in the first
yeah,
sentence.
these three natural features are truly amazing and make my town a famous place.
Yes.
I said famous here and
the
there.
First, it
but
was.
I use it what? I use it in I didn't make summarization. No. احنا قلنا بالconcluding ممكن طريقتين، يا اما نسوي summarizing يا اما repeating the same idea in different words. So now I make what the paraphrasing by saying the same idea in different words.
With the different words, yes.
Yeah. So this is what. So in this paragraph,
this is paraphrasing.
There is paraphrasing. Okay, there is paraphrasing in this paragraph. Repetition of keywords. And the keyword. Did the writer repeat the keyword? Yes, Leila Faleh Hassan.
Yes, doctor. It is river and hill and rocks.
Yeah, hill, rocks. He repeated the words. بعد شنو عندنا الكيوردز؟ على شنو احنا جاي نحكي بهذا الباراجراف؟
Yes, and river.
بعد شنو أهم شيء قبل الريفر؟ الريفر هو كان بعض من الأفكار اللي هنا قبل الريفر. شنو احنا نحكيها specifically basically we are talking about what? This paragraph is about what? It is about schools?
Safe?
It is about schools?
No.
It is about what?
Hometown, I think.
The hometown. مو homie ماما مو homie. الإيمات اللفظ.
Hometown. Sorry, hometown.
So
yes.
This is one of the main words. طبعا انت قلتي river عندنا repeating for the word rivers, hills, rocks. Yes. The key word here is the hometown. Did we repeat it within other sentences? Did we repeat this word within the other sentences? باعيلها هنا موجودة last sentence hometown. So we repeat the word hometown, the key word. We repeat it within the last one. Okay? So also there is repetition for the key word. Transitional words. What are the transitional words that are used in this sentence? Are there transitional words used in this sentence? Are there transitional words used in this sentence or not? Yes, يا غدير عقيل فارس.
Yes. Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
We have first.
Yes.
And the beginning of the supporting sentences. We have first. We have on either side. We have second.
Yes.
We have even though. Even though, and we have the third amazing feature. A word used. Those are the transition words used.
So we have transition words. If we have pronouns, if we have synonym, if we have paraphrasing, if we have repetition of keywords. So after all, we have coherence in our paragraph, right? Now, Methods of development, sentence organization used. Now, examples or do we use examples, illustrations. هسه عندنا methods of developing. قلنا ممكن احنا نسوي developing للسنتنس بالتايم. عندنا 4 kinds of either بالexplanation, giving examples, شنو بعد giving facts. مو تتذكرون عليها ways of developing the sentences. إنه ممكن يكون بالexplanation, ممكن يكون بالexamples, ممكن يكون بالjustification, ممكن يكون بالgiving facts. Did we do such a thing within this paragraph? Did we give development? Did we make development? And how? Did we make development and how? Yes, يا كاظم. Yes, كاظم.
Yes, so I found the sixth sentence, even though it is minor for the five sentence. So he explained.
كاظم بس أقول لك
Yes.
شيء. ما نقول 5 sentence, نقول the fifth
sentence.
sentence.
Sorry.
The sixth
fifth sentence.
Okay, not
yes.
5 and 6. Okay, yes.
Sixth sentence is minor for the fifth sentence.
Yeah.
So explain about so it's the steep climbing this hill is not too dangerous because there are some firm rocks along the sides that can be used as stairs.
So
explain that
we use illustration, yes. Right? We use illustration.
Yes, illustration.
How it is very steep by saying that is not dangerous because there are some firm rocks along the side that can be used as stairs. Okay.
Yes.
There are no trees around this hill, so it stands clearly against the sky. Okay. Also, it could be something like that. Moreover, we have in autumn the leaves of these trees fall and cover the rivers like golden snow. So I give like, just like example, like golden snow. Okay. Also, so we have illustration and we have examples in these sentences. What else? Comparison and contrast. مو عندنا مثلا بالcomparison والcontrast on the other side, on this side, on the other side. مو even though, also even though, so we make comparison. عندنا causes and reasons in sentences. Which sentences we find causes and reasons? In which sentences? بدام انتو نفسكم الطلاب يعني. Yes يا مريم حبيب.
Yes, doctor. Good morning.
Good morning.
3 comparison and 6 contrast.
In sentence number 3, there is what? On the other side of this river, which are many shady willow trees which have long branches. This is contrast?
No, contrast 6.
Contrast 6. Even though if the steep climbing this hill is not dangerous because there are some, yes. So yes. This is contrast, okay?
Yes.
And causes, the causes of this, causes and reasons. We are talking about contrast. We are talking about causes and reasons. In sentences number 4, in autumn the leaves of the trees fall and cover the river's bank like this is the cause, and also we have reasons in sentences number 6 and 7. Description, it is full of descriptions. And the logical division, what is the logical division in this paragraph? What is the logical division in this paragraph? Yes, Yamuna. What is the logical division of this paragraph?
I think the logical definition of the
Division, not
division of
definition. Divisions. Divisions.
yeah,
Yeah.
division. This is paragraph is a spatial order because it talk about or describe the place. So we use the special order.
Yeah,
Special order.
because we are describing a place, so we are using special order. We started from first. We are going to talk about this is firstly and then secondly and then and jump يعني jumping from not jumping يعني مثل ما قلنا احنا مش ننتقل من نقطة لنقطة لا لكن moving from one place to another place. Okay, so after all, do you feel that this paragraph is a coherent? It has the whole features of a good paragraph: unity, support, coherence, and the sentences. هذه هي السنتنس سكيلز، هذه اللي جاي نعرضها احنا كلها هسه دونا بهاي الجمل كلها، بهاي الاسئله كلها اللي حطيتها اخر وحده على الباراجراف هي هاي السنتنس سكيلز. اوكي، حتى من اجيب اقول لكم سووا سنتنس سكيلز، مو تقولون شنو هي سنتنس ما نعرف شنو هي. سنتنس سكيلز هاي اللي سويناها هسه كلها، طلعنا الكنترولينج ايديا، سوينا البارل ستراكشر، سوينا اليونيتي، سوينا الكوهيرنس. اوكي yeah. So is this paragraph a good paragraph or not? Yes يا منى هاشم.
Yes, it is a good paragraph because all feature are represent in this paragraph.
شو تقولون الباقيين؟ شهد نزار. شهد نزار.
Yes, good paragraph because we use a lot of feature of this and it's a good paragraph. So.
محمد فائز.
I think it's not because it has relative sentences. Like if you visit Untitled or should all of that.
Don't forget that there is a weak point. We have a relevant sentence in this paragraph. How comes that you say it is a good paragraph؟ يعني بالرغم من وجود هذه كلها لكن احنا اليونيتي مكسريها، احنا اليونيتي خربناها من البدايه اللي هي there is a relevant sentence. Okay, so it is not a good paragraph because there is a relevant sentence. يعني انت ليه لقيت a relevant sentence تعتبر هذا الباراجراف good؟ مو جاي لكم انتبهوا للي جاي تقروه، انتبهوا للي جاي تشتغلون. فلهذا الانشاء عندكم فيلم رعب. اوكي، عندكم انتم الانشاء فيلم رعب اللي انتم ما جاي تنتبهوا للي جاي تقولونه.
Pardon, please excuse me because the internet connection was bad.
Yes, yeah, Shahid. Yeah, we want to tell you
why
this paragraph is not a good paragraph.
Yes.
Because there is a relevant sentence within the sentence structure. We found that there is a relevant sentence, which is sentence number 8, right? There is a relevant sentence, a sentence which is not related to the whole idea of this paragraph. So we miss the unity. There is no unity in this.
Yes, in fact I forget about it.
Yeah, لهذا جاي لكم انتوا اللي لقيتوهن كل هذين الموجودات فاعتبرتوا انه هو good paragraph، اللي لقيتوا بيه شيء غلط اذا هو good paragraph. فانتبهوا يا ماما تجون تقرون الشيء اللي انا اسالكم اياه، انتبهوا شنو جاي اسالكم. اوكي يس يا منى هاشم. Do you have anything to ask about? Nothing?
No,
yeah. Okay, that's all for today. If you don't have anything to ask about, yes يا محمد فاز.
Yeah, when I read this paragraph, I found some sentences are, I think it is like sentence 3 on other side of this river, and 4 and autumn and 6 and 7 and 8. I think it's too much sentences. Why we use these sentences here?
What do you mean by too much sentences?
It's too details here.
Because you are describing, within description you have to give details.
Yeah, but you said when we use unity, we stick on the point. Now, we said first it is noted that we're describing the river. And the third sentence is now we're describing the river, not my hometown. It will be like describing the river here. We are so far from the point here, which is the topic sentences.
First, it is noted for the Witten River. Witten River, it is part of my hometown. Yeah, Muhammad.
Yeah, but now we should still with hometown. Okay, describing the river, but not this 2 sentences. We have 2 sentences to describe the river. Okay, sentences 3 is okay. What about the 4?
محمد لا تطفر. هسه انت اقتنعت بسنتنس نمبر 3؟
maybe describing the river. What about the four sentences?
What is for? What
The
is there?
first one.
What is there?
In autumn, in autumn, the leaves of these trees fall and
Yeah, leaves, they are falling down. Trees fall and cover the in autumn. In autumn,
yeah,
the leaves are natural features or not from the trees.
yeah. No,
So
okay,
they are
okay, okay.
falling
Now,
down or cover the river banks like golden snow.
yes,
Ah,
but you see, we have first we're talking about the river. It is the major sentences. On other side, we can say this is the minor sentence.
yeah.
The fourth sentence is it's not major or minor
No,
because
no,
we
it is
after that we
major.
say second,
It is major. You know why it is major?
but
Because
we said second on the fifth sentences. We said second. So how this will be major sentences?
no,
I think I
no, no,
confused
no.
here.
And in autumn, the leaves of these tree fall and cover the river banks. It's river banks. يعني, not major. Sorry, it is minor. Going back to the river banks like golden snow. فاحنا بعدنا وين river banks. Still talking about the river. We are still talking about the river, yeah, Muhammad, right?
I don't know. I confused. Yeah.
It is. We are still talking about the river, right?
Okay, I will read it again and
It
we'll
is minor.
maybe
It is minor. خليك وياي تقراها أحسن حتى نسوي discussion. It is minor, okay? So the second, third, and fourth, this is what they are minor support sentences, right? نجي للفايف اللي هي شنو هي؟ Major support sentence. On the other side of the town in Walton Hill, which is unusual because it is very steep. Now 6 راح تكون 6 minor المن لل5 right؟ minor لل5. بعد عندك جملة ما محتار بيها؟ بعد شنو قلت لي؟ غير ال4 بعد شنو قلت لي 7؟
7 yeah.
Even though it's steep, climbing this hill is not dangerous because there are some firm rocks along the sides that can be used as stairs. There are no trees around this hill, so it stands clearly against the sky and can see from many miles away. If you هاي طبعا 7 8 هي ما لنا علاقة بيها.
Yeah.
فهنا تجي هنا مو احنا حكينا قلنا there are some firms along the sides that can be used as stairs. There are no trees around this hill, so it stands clearly against the sky and can be seen from many miles away. مكانها يجوز مو صحيح. مكانها ممكن تخليها وين؟ The third feature is the big old tree. ممكن تكون يعني ممكن تكون تغير مكانها بس مو تشيلها. ممكن تغير مكانها بس مو تشيلها يعني يعني احنا قلنا هو هذا not a good paragraph. احنا after all قلنا هذا paragraph it is not a good paragraph. ليش؟ لان احنا عندنا irrelevant sentence مو صحيح؟ يجوز تجي عندنا number 7 you change the place of number 7 to be after 10 or before 9 after 9 or before 10 well, maybe لكن هي لها علاقة بالموضوع اللي احنا جاي نكتبه. واضح؟
Yeah, okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. That's all for today. Thank you. Yes, Fadak?
Yes, I'm sorry if I will take from your time, but I have a quick question. If I want to write a good paragraph and I want to develop it, so do I have to put explanation and description and all this method, or it will be too much information?
You are the one who is making control about what do you want to write, يا فدك.
Okay.
انت the one who is making control upon all of these things. انت اللي تحددين. لكن
So it depends on me.
Yeah, of course it depends upon
Okay.
you. لكن it is at the same time you are giving explanation, you are giving examples. Don't write a lot بحيث ان احنا قلنا كم جملة ممكن you can write in a paragraph. الماكسيمم يا فدك
10, yeah, from 5 to 10 or something like that.
No, not 10, 10, 15. We arrive to 15.
15
15 sentences. احيانا انت توصلين 16 17. When the reader he is reading your paragraph, he will see a lot of information. He will say, okay, she is writing a lot, so she can squeeze some of them.
Okay.
Okay.
But also we have like type of paragraphs, like we have description and explanation.
Yeah.
If I want to describe someone,
Uh-huh.
and y- do you get my idea?
Yeah. When
So
you
here
describe, you
I
can.
don't have to use like examples or in fact
No.
or
When you
fact or something like
when
that.
you describe someone, when you say that she is a helpful one, you're
Yes.
going to give example, right? When you
Okay.
say,
So
for
it's okay
example,
to use anything I want.
yeah.
Okay.
But when you say, for example, you cannot say that this is illustration. When you say, for example, when you write the
Mm.
word, for example, so it is example. It is clear that it is example. No?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
اوكي ثانك يو بس شغله واحده اخيره. فرح اتصلت بيها وبلغتني، قالت هي بقت لحد 11 و15 دقيقه، لكن النت فصل عندها، بس قالت لي انه ابلغك انه هي شات موجوده.
يعني اذا موجوده لحد 11 وربع اكيد سجلها البروجرام،
اي
مسجل اسم ان شاء الله.
that's all. Thank you so much.
Welcome يا فدك. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, that's all for today. You can leave. Thank you very much for your coming and listening. I wish you all the best for the Eid time. Enjoy your time and read carefully for the exam. Please read carefully. Okay. نشوفكم على خير إن شاء الله بعد العيد. مع السلامة.